Come, let me get you some.
Yo, welcome to Saber Talk Sunday. It is the night before. May the 4th be with you.
And for some of our international viewers, if there are any, it is May the 4th. So happy.
All right. Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So
that is so true. My goodness. Have you had a good week so far, Paris?
I mean, I have, I would say. My wallet, maybe not so much, but yeah.
Well, we got good a good discussion tonight, and then anything goes afterwards. So, in terms of saber talk, not anything else. So get your drink of preference, and let's have some fun tonight.
Yeah, sure.
Before we start doing that, though, I am going to do a small thing that everybody likes right here. And for JAD and myself, let's listen up.
Hello. Concentrate. Feel the force flow. Yes. Through the force, things you will see, other places, the future, the past, old friends long gone.
Love that. Yes, that's what we need. More patience and lots of fun.
Yeah.
Right? And of course a good time. And we're gonna have a good time anyway. So tonight's discussion is actually interesting because anybody who's actually done their own installs or anybody who has done installs for other people, we're going to talk about working in these tight spaces as far as when you do chassis work, right? When you're doing stuff in chassis work. And I'm going to give you all a little, just a little preview of, stuff, because I tell you, when working on Roy Boy right now, this is going to be very tight in trying to get the LED fitting in here, right? Well, once I get the LED fitted in here and then wired and then set in here, because this piece right here, what it does, it holds this piece of the chassis into the hilt itself, right? So once I take this off, I can remove this piece of the chassis, and then once I get it all wired up and set, and then this wired up and all set, this will hold this piece of the chassis. So once I get everything, these two LEDs, I'll give you another tool. See, once I get that little LED situated in there, then this piece will be set in there. So you'll see two LEDs, and these are going to be micro pixels, neopixels up in here. So it will be interesting to get nonetheless, because I've already attempted to try to tighten these things. And in here, yeah, it's going to be a little puzzle of trying to get in there and get these things tightened up, or at least hold the nut inside of there long enough for me to tighten these up, right, without messing up any wires. So two things, when you get that set in there and then have the chassis set in place with both of these, that's a challenge in itself, because I don't know if you can actually see in there. Yeah, that thing fell. I'll get it later, but let me see. Hold on here. Let me get into the camera, and you can see right in here, right where it's set, and in there trying to get. Let me see. I'm not being so successful in this thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it where the camera will look at it pretty good, and I'm not getting too successful. But anyway, you see it where it is right up in there, right? Where the part where the nut goes into there. And KB's gonna enter. Hold on just a minute. Let me get him in. Okay, here we go. Hey KB.
Hey y'all, sorry I'm late.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
good.
no, you're never late, bro. And so let me see here. Let me get back into right here. So getting back into and getting in here, and when you see that, come on, there you go. The nut that'll go inside there, it really is a tight space to get in there, and then to hold the nut while trying to get this tightened down. It's a weird angle, so it's going to be very challenging to get in there, nonetheless, right?
Hmm.
Without busting any wires. So again, utilizing that tight space, but being able to be successful in holding those down and tightening those up where they're not going to come loose is another challenge in itself. But once I get it, that's going to be very interesting. Um, Once I get it and get everything wired and all that good stuff, it's going to be a lot of fun because I've already looking at some of the diagram for the Golden Harvest 4, which is the board that I'm putting in here,
Hmm.
and so in doing so, I was looking at utilizing pads, the LED pads for 5 and 6 for the accent LEDs, and then as well as oh gosh, I had it. I didn't write it down, but utilizing pad 1 and 2, I think, for for the LEDs on the main blade, and then also I think it was 3 and 4 that I'm going to use for the little strip of LED that's going to go inside um, inside the box one, right? So let me see if I can get. Let me see here. Out. Oh yeah, and then of course I'm going to utilize this. I'm going to use this clamp card that I made right here, and I'm going to put my buttons on top of there. I'm going to glue them down. I'm going to drill a hole so that the wires can go down, and then wire the LED strip that's going to be up in here and all of that. Let me get this down.
I
What
actually
is
like
that?
that
Who's
clamp
this
card.
at?
That's probably mine.
You did?
Let me reset my mic.
So let me see here. Okay, so I'll get a close up of the clamp card again now that I took it off. And so there we go. So I'm gonna utilize this clamp card that I made right here, and I'll be doing that. And I'll be doing what I'll do is I'll drill a small hole so that the 30 gauge wires will go down after hooking both sets of the buttons together, glue them on here, and then run the wires down underneath. And then from wiring the ones down underneath, I don't want to. I have to put my finger right here, but if you can see, okay, go back. Doo, doo, doo. So again, some more tight space, right? Because right up in here is you see I've got the little holes drilled into here already. So when I do the 30 gauge wires for the LED strip right here, um, what I'm going to have to do, I think I do have to use maybe a 26 for these LED strips, but again, to wire these strips and bring it down so that they go ahead and go to the board. And I believe that I'm going to use pads 2 and 3 or something like that. I was looking at it earlier, but my brain's not seeing the seeing what the board is like right now in my brain. So again, KB went. He went to reset his stuff.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Oh, he lost connection. He says he thinks, right?
Yeah. Oh, hey. So real quick, Titan says that he
Titan's
ordered.
in the house.
Titan says he ordered the Forsaken saber to Canada in 8. He get it from 8 days, and
Really?
UPS charged him 122 Canadian dollars for tariffs.
What?
Fuck UPS. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
No offense, Titan, but I really think you should consider ordering from a saber shop that's in Canada from now on, because if that's going to be how it is, tariffs are going to be an ass about it.
Well, he said I don't think there's any more left. I think the only one really was just the Electrum.
Well, no, there are companies in Canada. It's just not like Electrum.
Really?
Because keep in mind, this is Dark Wolf we're talking about. This is an Electrum.
Huh.
Yeah. But speaking of Dark Wolf, I ordered their version of Darth Malgus's lightsaber, and I got that as well as the broken version. Your cat knocked out your connection. See, this is why I am never getting a cat. No offense to cat people. Look, I don't mind petting a cat.
I don't blame you.
I don't mind snuggling with a cat, but I will never own a cat.
I don't blame you.
That's what I mean. I have dogs, but my dogs don't roam free. So, like, when we put them up, we'll put them up for the night after we let them out for the day.
That's why I miss dogs. That's why I miss having a dog.
I had a Caribbean Lakewood Terrier growing up. Yeah, but ultimately, I'm looking forward to this version of Darth Malgus's lightsaber. Yeah, it's not an Elf Saber's version. It's not a Korbanth version, but it takes a 1-inch blade and it's got a very secure blade positioning. So I'm happy about it. And
and Charlie's in the house. Welcome, Charlie. No, go ahead.
Titan says, Mundo, you sent Titan a package and there were no tariffs. How comes that?
Really?
Happened?
I think that there were no tariffs
over a certain. Yeah, it activates over a certain.
Oh, because I think I paid more than I when I paid for it. I think I had to do like the something whatever. The lady at the post office was really cool, and she asked me, some questions about certain things.
Oh, you probably paid off the dues.
And the $30 that I had to pay for it, all that, and I think that's what it was because I paid for the $30 for the shipping. That it was. There was just certain things that I had to fill out, and she told me how to do certain things, and I did it. And maybe that was the way of it, but I don't know if it's going to work the same way. When I send out the next one.
Yeah.
So right now I'm kind of saving up money to get the other winner.
My wife is over here.
I gotta
send it out to make any noise.
But right now, no, that's all right, dude. But right now I can't send out anything. I've got to concentrate on getting my truck fixed up. I got to get a new engine for my truck. Wah, 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 wah. So I'll be missing out on a lot of stuff for the sales for Maywood. I've got about $30 to my name, and that's it.
Same. And gas is over $4 for regular.
So. Oh, I know. Over here right now, it's $4.48.
Ha! That's more than we got. Ooh.
I don't know what gas is, but all I know. Look, I don't really keep track of gas much because I'm able to stiff through it. But considering everything what's going on, I'd say it's worth it.
I know in some areas it's 369. So I mean, there's just things all around here that I think there's some price gouging and stuff like that around here too.
Mm-hmm.
I blame it on corporations because it ultimately comes down to the predictability of the market, and sometimes that predictability just isn't necessary because it's not really going to happen. It's not really going to hurt a loss or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, enough. Seriously, enough on the economics talks because that's just going to.
That's a whole different podcast on a different channel.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, KB, have you worked on anything that really puts yourself into a tight space in working on sabers?
My Profi build.
Yeah. Now, in terms of tight spaces, is that like it within the chassis itself, or is that within the saber body itself?
Both, actually. That's what I found.
Both. Okay.
Yeah. So when I first got my Profi chassis and I wanted to swap out the version 2 for the version 3, what I ended up finding out was depending on how well your solder joints are, A, and B, how accurately you put it directly in the middle, it takes up all the space that you're like the 1 millimeter of allowance that's in here. It takes that up. So now to have the SMV4 Pro in here, it unscrews and rescrews like a dream. Like it's still snug in there, yes, but it ain't like it was before where I was basically breaking the chassis to unscrew it. Like the whole chassis would get stuck.
Mo's in the chat, but he's driving home from.
Well, KB,
he's driving home.
Regarding the chassis, it also comes down to how well you put it back together after installing everything. Like for example, I was having a lot of my Profi chassis upgraded from V2 to V3 from a guy in Wisconsin, and there are some times where the chassis weren't properly screwed. The screws weren't properly done in. So I went back and I, just did a little bit extra tightening and it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, because my issue came from the wire management. Like I had some speaker wires hanging out where it didn't need to be. A couple of the MOSFETs were bleeding out to the edge. It really comes down to how cleanly you can put it in there, which is why I'm excited for my next saber. I'm going to do that fully from scratch.
And that's kind of what I'm working on right. Well, I'm not only that I'm working on Roy Boy right now, but I'm also working on getting a Plector Prism 5.1. I'm currently working on that to utilize the board as a testing board, right? So I don't know if you guys can see right. Let's see if you guys can see right here. Let me.
The multicolored spaghetti?
Yeah. So if you see right here, I've got the
I love
the speaker hooked up right here. Oh yeah. I mean they are golden shit. They are gold, man, to get helping hands. I mean you need that, right? Yeah. So I've got the little pixels right here from the CC Sabers. There, I've got the Prism 5.1 right here. Today I just put on the power to the board right here. I haven't even connected the power to the spaghetti right here anyway just yet, because right here I still have this to go to the battery stuff and the negative to the battery, and then something else to that effect if I need to. And then I got to connect. Then I got to connect the CC pixels right here to the everything else on this spaghetti bit. And then what I'm going to do is and the reason why I have the quick connect right here for the speakers is because once I test the speaker right here, since I already have it wired up like this, and I've got a pretty good long wire right here, so that when I run it through a chassis, and it may be short, it may be longer than what I need, but right here, This is just for testing purposes only, and to make sure that the speaker's working good, to make sure that when I power the board, I'm going to hear this speaker, somewhat okay. If it's working properly, if it's not working properly, then I can order another speaker, right? But and then again, you also run, depending on the type of builds that you're doing within the sabers that you're really working on, the real estate on the inside of the body gives you an idea of if you're actually going to have tight spaces and the type of gauging wires that you're going to be using as well, right? But everybody who has already done installs already knows that you cannot get away from the 22 gauge as far as power goes. That is an absolute given. I mean, anybody who installs properly knows that you're going to use 22 gauge for your power needs. Now you can use 26 and go with 4 wires or something like that. But most of the time, if you're going to utilize those, I would say you'd have to have some pretty good real estate within the body itself, right? I mean, like your Graflex bodies, your Hasbro bodies, stuff like that. That's pretty wide and stuff like that. But other than that,
how do you feel about the Dooku builds? Like the curved
the Dooku builds, the curved bodies, they're not. I mean, you don't have that big of real estate either on the inside.
I didn't think so.
I mean, you have somewhat real estate, but it's more or less your curved hilts are going to be even tighter than your other regular builds, right? Yeah. And simply because of the curve that's in there. Now, it's not exceptionally difficult. I mean, I would believe it's not exceptionally difficult, but there are some hilts out there that I do believe that are very difficult. And I think from what I understand, Saberforge's Bane was a pretty kind of difficult build as far as
most curved hilts are difficult in and of themselves.
How about the old Masterworks version of Dooku?
I'm not too sure about that one. I mean, I haven't really heard that anybody talk about that one.
The only reason I'm asking about that one specifically is because a member of my guild is looking to upgrade his from the old effects innards to making it a stunt saber.
Oh, a stunt?
I told him that it might be a wiry mess on the inside because you only have about this much real estate, like the length of this battery.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all the real estate you got.
I mean, pretty much. So, I mean, you have to have. I mean, I haven't seen that hilt in such a long time. I can't even picture it in my head right now. But yeah, I would imagine that it's not very pleasant to work on those. And I know that there are some that hilts, and especially your 7/8 builds and your thin necks, right? Your thin necks, you really have some really tight spacing in thin necks type of hilts. And if you watch like Avery Castillo on some of his builds and how he does certain things within those builds, if you look at his chassis, even the buttons there, I mean, there's such a small amount of space, and he works with such precision on certain things, right? 3 edges in the house. 3 edges in the house.
My boy, I'm a done. Glad you made it, man. Glad you made it.
Well, I'm glad everybody made it, man. We're gonna have so much fun with this concept tonight, because man, I tell you,
man.
I mean, it really is, because if you are thinking about installing, if you're thinking about doing your own installs and everything like that, I mean, it's for me, in the installation process of installing your sabers, for me, it's relaxing. I like it. I mean, it
Absolutely.
takes me a long time, but to me, it's so relaxing. You know, my favorite part of the process is soldering the wires.
And
I mean,
you fans right here, bro.
I love I love. Don't get me wrong. I love when it comes together and it turns on. And there's two great moments that I have when I'm working on wiring is soldering the wires and knowing that I have such a great connection on there. And there's times where I'm all like, God damn, I could have done better than this shit.
You know what?
Simply
Excellent segue, because I was going to ask you a question. How much do you love when you make a mistake? Like, especially in this type of hobby where trial and error is kind of your friend. It hurts, but it is also your friend. I personally love making mistakes.
Yeah, I do too. I like it because it's room for improvement, right?
Yeah.
Now you can't. You remember that old saying to these martial arts masters when they say, you know, they give that example of you've got a cup of water, or you've got a cup of water, but the cup is full of water, but when you pour more water into it, it overflows, right?
Yeah.
So the analogy is, how can you learn anything if your cup is already full? Empty out the cup or take half of it out, and then you can put more in. So not learning the knowledge in getting into working in these tight spaces, making your mistakes and doing, all these different things to improve what you've already been doing, right? Still to this day, man, I take I never stopped wanting to try to learn something in terms of wiring and in terms of soldering and stuff like that. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a board, and I think that I wired up when I was first. You guys can hear me and stuff like this. I think there's two boards. It may be just a one.
Just want to ask the questions from the chat while we wait.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be very long.
To find a stranger hilt empty.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm right now working on some configs for my new sabers that are coming in.
Yeah,
I would say so. I mean, I did. I started with an Ultra Sabers. I started with one.
I did not.
Well, I didn't. Well, as an installer, as a collector, I started with Ultra Sabers. Yeah.
Because I actually started with an Ultra Sabers that I had bought for myself, and then I did it, and I think I've got some pictures somewhere in my laptop. But I did that, and then I gave it to one of my cousins as a gift because he really wanted a saber, and now I was supposed to make him another one. However, the saber that I was going to make him is not going to happen because we got the custom saber shop not making those parts anymore. So I'm going to have to figure out another way to do another type of build for him. So maybe I'll have to order. But let me go ahead and do this so that I can show you guys. You get a cheap board like this, right? And you can see this, when I first started, I bought, a real cheapy solder iron from, I think it was Hobby Lobby, right? The Hobby Lobby saber solder iron. And then I got these here, I think from Wish or whatever, something like. I think it was Wish.
Did you get that
cheap? I grabbed
Snyder? You got the cheap Snyder iron?
Boards. Yeah. And got all of that, and then I started learning how to solder just like this. I mean, I'd go and just go down the line, start with a wire right here, and then do these and go all the way. So I probably did about, I would say probably about 7 or 8 of these boards each hole until I felt comfortable of doing,
those things are incredible practice.
Beating. beads like this. So you can kind of see how my evolution and how I started and how I got better at doing things here, right?
Yeah.
And
How's the other side look? Where your finger is?
what's that?
I was trying to see the other side where you were holding it.
Oh, this way?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
look
can
at
definitely see the evolution.
Yeah,
You can definitely see it.
yeah, and I keep that just like that, right? So that you can see how my improvement came around. And let me see here. Now
Those freaking bars are incredible
I
practice.
still don't consider myself. I mean, I still mess up quite a bit, but I'm gonna see if I can get this in here where you can see my beads right there. Can you see the beads there?
Can you tilt the PCB just a little bit?
I'm gonna try to. Let's see. Come on, get in there.
A little center. There we go.
There we go. So
Oh, yeah,
can you
that's
see
cool.
my beads there? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that's nice and clean. Cleaner than what I do.
So there you go. Now don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm not that clean, and a lot of times I can be. But again, dealing with shaky hands as well. But when you when you get into tight spaces and your blood sugar's low and you're shaky, everything's shaky. Not a good combo, man. But again, practice makes perfect, right? Practice makes perfect. And so, again, if you decide you want to get into doing installs yourself, and get something like that. I mean, these boards are fairly cheap. I mean, they're inexpensive. You pay like, I think I paid like $4 or $5 for like 10 or 11 of these things.
I feel like I kind of cheated myself not starting with an Ultra Sabers or a Tricree hilt.
Mm-hmm.
It just all depends on how you're going to go with it. I mean, ultimately.
Yeah.
Because I personally did not want to deal with the insides of an Ultra Sabers to begin with. So my first install was on one of my TXQ Sabers.
I mean, the insides, you end up trying to, if you try like doing a thing where you like hit it in with the connection, with the connectors instead of having it wired up. I mean, you definitely have the space. Plus, the space for a speaker is ridiculous. Like, you could fit.
Yeah, you could probably put like a 28, 30 mil.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I watched a video the other day from Dimitri Stock, and he was comparing speakers. And he was comparing it between the 22 millimeter we see from AliExpress from 89.
I saw that video.
To the 31 millimeter speakers they made. It's like, I'm just like, I mean, the guy, he's amazing, but he can really be a show off. But
he is.
He's earned that right to show off. Though.
He has, and you have to you have to respect that, because anybody who has that magnificent amount of skill, earn
a little really,
yeah, I mean, it's earned. I mean, it really is earned. And hopefully one of these days I'll have Dimitri on the show if he'll agree to it. I want to ask him and see if he'll come on the show.
I mean, that would be great.
I asked Anthony, and Anthony said he may agree to come on the show. So I might ask him and see if he'd love to come on the show. And don't get me wrong, I'm a little intimidated because my skills are nowhere near what he's capable of.
I mean, for me, it's more of just like acting. It's the attitude problem, because as long as you maintain being humble. Because look, if you're the best, I get it. You've earned that right to be. But it doesn't mean you have to be an ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a difference between arrogance and confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, confidence doesn't have to be all up in your face. The arrogance, you tend to be an ass, even if you have earned it.
Yeah, I would agree like that. I mean, because you know, people in that stature, they have a lot to teach,
They
and
do.
people can learn a lot from them. You know, and I would just think, I mean, because somebody like myself who is a little slower learning shouldn't be down, you know, dogged on stuff like that, because
No.
everybody's different. Everybody has a different learning capacity, and especially again, if you're going to start doing installs and you're working on stuff with little to no real estate, doing cram foo. Remember that term, cram foo, right?
Jesus, that's
Where you
That is
really
official.
had to.
That is the official term.
That is the official term, cram foo, and to this day it stands true. Because
It's
if
an
you
art,
don't, it really is. And if you, so the people that really do so much clean installs and in such tight spaces, and they make the wires even shorter than what, like, my god, how do they do that? You know, if you look at Jeremy from Solos, if you look at Tirfan Orbital Tim, and then, you know, JAD when he had his stuff going, and I mean it the phenomenal stuff. And then now, you know, with Anthony, with doing the blades and having such small wires, you know, with the pixel blades as well, and it's just unbelievable. And then if you watched Rob Petkow too, if you looked at some of his works, when he was showing how to do blades, right? And you know, he was doing the 1/8 of an inch for the blade wires. So and then you had that small little space. You had that small little space between the wires that were on the PCB, right? So you got the little PCB right here, and then you have the small wires that were basically. Let me see if I can have a shorter. I got a short cut wire right here, right? So you got the short wire, even shorter than this, right? I mean, you take about a quarter of this off, and you're looking at a quarter of that just to put that on there, and then connect that to your LED strips. So you're looking at that much, maybe, but that much wire right there, and then connecting that to your strips. And so then you can actually start bending that and then pushing in to get into your blade and stuff like that. So again, you know, even Megtooth Sith, if you watched a lot of his videos while he was working on stuff, and the cleanliness that he did with a lot of his work, and he would show you actually under a microscope of how he was doing his soldier work and everything like that, right? And God bless Megtooth, man. I love his videos. To this day, I still watch a lot of his videos, and simply because he worked on a lot of Profi videos too. If you watch, and you can learn a lot of stuff from him. Tom is just absolutely phenomenal. These days, he's enjoying scuba diving and his retirement.
sounds nice.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. I don't know if he will ever do another Saber video, but if he does, I mean, I guarantee you it would be very interesting to watch, in terms of watching him create another Saber from, you know, doing a tutorial on this and that. But I think he's done quite a bit, and he hasn't taken any of his stuff down, and they're very, very well made. So again, and you can see some of the tight spaces that he uses, and he would utilize different sets of tools. You know, again, using stuff like this, getting in there and getting your buttons, your micro buttons, right? Let's say you had a 440 a 440 nut to install in there, and you had to go in there and just have this and set this in there as carefully as you can to go in there and on a 440 rod that may be too short, so you got to set that in and then work it, just like that, a little bit at a time until you tighten it up. There's just all kinds of things that may or may not happen, right? Let me see.
Yeah. Like if you're
Here we go.
Some sacrifices are gonna happen.
Oh, definitely.
Compromises.
So on here on the balance build right here.
That thing look like it'll hurt if you clock somebody with it.
Nah. I don't want to hit it too hard because it's got the.
Is that one complete or is it still work in progress?
No, I haven't even touched it in a while. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out to get it going, but I think I've got. Let me see here. I'm gonna show you. So right here, this is the buttons, right?
I like how rustic that looks. Like it's not super pristine and colored in the lines like you would expect from some other installers, but it works.
I was going for a dirty copper look, right?
Yeah,
that was the whole point of this was to have not only your gold right here and shininess on the outside, but on the inside it was kind of like dull, right? Mm-hmm. And the dirtiness came on the inside to that shininess on the outside. So if you look right here, the buttons, I mean, it is just the button right there alone. The real estate in there is so tight. And I've already wired up a set of buttons like this. But I tell you, just getting in there and running a wire out of there is a pain in the damn ass. It is a pain in the ass. But once I get it and get it situated where I need to,
I think that's the part that really bugged me about this install.
And then what I'll do is, because I'll set that little piece right here like this, and then if you can hear the click, I don't know if you can. Can you hear the click there? Just barely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not supposed to be all that audible, right?
Huh?
Isn't that supposed to be all that audible anyway, right?
No.
Not like a mouse click.
Yeah, no. But what'll happen is that little piece right here will sit on top of the buttons, and then I'll figure out some plungers to go ahead and sit on top of those, right? So that's going to be the plan for it. But again, of course, I haven't touched this, and this will be after I work on Roy Boy, and because I really do need to get Roy Boy finished, back to working because of the simple fact that once I finish Roy Boy, I'm gonna email Rob Petcow so that we can get him on the show. It's been too long since I've asked him to come on the show, and I need to get that done, taken care of. Roy Boy's going to be priority.
I personally would love to ask him if he'd be willing to do a commission for a holocron hard drive, because mine is 250 gigabytes and I need more space.
Well, email him.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, you could always email him.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, email him.
Like
I wouldn't do.
A-list and unreachable.
Yeah. If you email him, I think you could ask him that way.
All right. Well, I'll give it a shot. See what happens.
Yeah, I mean, he may or he may not. It just depends. But fair warning, I know he does such quality work.
Well, I mean, I'm going to ask without a
Yeah,
doubt.
Like my
yeah,
dad always say, the worst thing somebody can tell you is no. That's the
exactly.
worst.
Yeah, I mean, that's the worst thing that could happen. I mean, a no. But what if it's a yes? But you never know until you
Hey,
ask,
it's
right?
a win if it's even a no, not right now, but maybe in a little bit.
Yeah,
See,
That's a
I'll take
exactly.
win.
that. I will take that over anything else.
Now, working in button canals, you got that tight space in there, right? But again, let's go back to that tight real estate because thin neck systems, right? When you have like the rib sections like this, and in here, there's not much real estate in there, right? So you have to kind of think outside the box when you're doing chassis, and chassis are very, you have to do certain diameters, of course. But I'll show you. Um, I'll be right back, and you guys can. I'm not gonna go too far, but
Yeah.
you'll still be able to hear me. But I want to get.
Yeah.
I'm going to get. No. Damn it. Okay, doesn't matter. When I first got Roy Boy, the body and stuff, and I was talking about chassis for Roy Boy, I had talked to Albert from Smugglers, right? And Albert so graciously printed me this thing right here that fits a CFX, right? This was my first chassis for Roy Boy, right? And of course, it was all black. I just recently painted it so that I'm gonna use it for another chassis build one of these days when I figure out what I want to do with it. But again, it is for a CFX right here. And when I first built Roy Boy the first time, this fit perfectly right there. And you can see that there is very little room
Yeah, it's still
within
got
there.
just a little bit of wiggle room, but it's like
Hmm.
enough, just enough.
It's enough. I mean, it'll fit right up in there, right?
But it's not
I
like
mean,
so
that's
snug that it's gonna cause friction when it screws and unscrews.
right.
Isn't that kind of
But
what you want
having it
though?
stay in there, huh?
Isn't that typically what you would want for, I guess, a removable chassis? But my
Well,
other question would be,
at
would you
the
also need a spacer to keep it in there?
yeah, but at that time, this was not removable. At
Okay.
that time, this was at the time that I started making this back in 2017, right? And of
Mhm.
course, it's gone to three different iterations. So again, like I said, I've done Roy Boy three different times now since 2017, and rewire. Something happened. I had to redo the whole install and do it, and I've utilized this chassis, and so. Again, Albert, if you're ever watching this, man, thank you again for this, man. I'll never be able to thank him enough because when my friend Roy passed away, he was the very first one that really helped me, do the first install for this. So again, Albert from Smugglers, man, just I mean he killed it, right? And
Albert is the
again,
truth.
and so again, utilizing that, there was enough space, there was a lot of space, but in the first iteration also I had a 26 what was it, a 26650 battery in here, and that was a damn tight space because I had to get a holder from who was it that I did at that time? It was Goth 3D, right? Goth 3D printed a chassis, a holder for the battery. And do I still have it? I think I do. Yes. Check this out. Okay. So here, I'm gonna let me bring it up. So right here. So check this out right here. This is the first chassis that I end up, second half of the chassis right here that I got from Goth 3D, right? Because at that time he was looking for people to print things, wanted something printed out, and I wanted to utilize the 26650 battery within my hilt. And this is actually the battery right here, this Orbtronic 26650 right here, wired it just like that. I haven't used it since. But and then it fit right up in here, right? So what I had to do was to run the wires underneath here, and the wires would come out right there, right? And let me go ahead and I'm going to take this half from Roy Boy out so you can kind of get a little see. Man, I'm gonna have to pull this all out. That's okay. Pull that out. And so what I end up having to do was to take this, I think, and pull this out. Then this right here would come. Let's see. Is it that way or was it this way? Was it in here? Was it this way? Shit, I can't even remember now. I think it was this way. And oh yeah, that's because I don't have the tape on it. So the tape really held it down a whole lot, and it. Let's see. And there's just too much stuff on here now to get it up in there. So I'm gonna anyhow. So just to give you an idea that this went all the way in, and because I don't have the tape all the way on there, it won't go all the way down right now. But then what I end up having to do was that this ended up all the way here. This edge was flat right here with this part right here, and then I would close this off right up in here, and then the battery would sit right in there, and then the battery would sit just like that, and I would run the battery wires all the way through, and then every bit of the wires were all mostly situated in here and ran up all the way to here, where this would sit right up in here, and then run the pixels up in there just like that. So that was my first build. That was how I built Roy Boy the first time, right? And it was a pretty interesting way. Now the bad thing about that though is that I fried 2 CFXs that way, simply because at that time I really wasn't paying attention to how I was doing things, right?
I think this is the first time I've heard somebody say they fried a CFX.
I fried too. I'm not ashamed to admit it, because everybody has told me that it is a rite of passage to fry a board when you first start out, right?
It is.
And
thankfully my fry was an SNV4, not a Profi. But it is
only bad thing is that it was a CFX, and I'm like, God damn, that's pretty damn expensive, right? So what ended up happening is, and I've got I'll show you the CFX right here.
You fried 2 CFX and a Profi. Jesus.
No, just 2 CFXs. That's it.
Oh, Chris.
Chris. Okay, so see how the CFX is sitting in there, right?
Yeah.
So when I had my wires sticking out here, and what ended up happening was that the wires, when this was like this, and the wires were going through here, one of the wires, the jacket of one of the wires was kind of cut to the point where a lonely single wire strand stuck out of the jacket itself, and it was touching the metal in here. And that's how I fried to simply because when I did it the second time, I didn't realize that had happened as well. And then it finally hit me like somebody, because I was asking questions, what's going on here? Well, I just wired this up. Is my wiring correct? Everybody said, yeah, your wiring's correct. There should be nothing wrong. But then somebody suggested, take a look at your jacket to make sure that there's no wire sticking out, touching the metal and this and that. And when I actually broke it apart and looked, and I mean, I really had to get a magnifying glass, a single strand out of the jacket itself was touching the metal, and that's how I was getting my boards fried. And it was like, my God. And see, that's the thing, is that when you're working in such tight spots sometimes, things like that can happen if you really don't pay attention to what you're doing and triple check your work, right? Because you may not see it and you may not pay attention to it. But when that happens, that's what can happen, right? And for me, it was a very expensive lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3Edge. Yeah, dude. Absolutely, man. I would love for you to join in on us. Hit me up in on Messenger, on Facebook and stuff, and that way I can directly give you the link to the show so that you can join us, dude. I would love to have you on here. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I encourage everybody in the chat too to want to, if they want to come on, they just let me know, or I can send the link for you guys and come on, dude. Absolutely.
Chris, you got this. Just make sure you have fabric softener. That's all. Make sure you put some fabric softener in there.
Oh, the child. Yes. I know, right? I need to find a chassis for it, or if somebody's got a chassis for it, if they can send a file that I can print it out, I would really much appreciate that.
I feel like I came across one either on Albert's Etsy or Saber Bay. I think somebody has one for it though.
Oh, does he? Oh, well, because I know that what do you call it, had it at one point, but they stopped making it for whatever. Well, and they're the Phoenix Props. They're the ones that made the child, but they don't even have the chassis for it anymore.
Did they? They're not selling the file, are they?
No, they don't even have the file anymore. I don't think. So I need to find somebody who may have the child. Well, actually, James has it, and James and I think I'm gonna either send my child out for James to do, or if he's willing to send me the file, I can print it out and do it that way, and I'll send him the funds for the file. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That way I can get that working too, or at least try to work on some of that. And so so going back to tight spaces and stuff like that, your wiring is essential for the wire management, right? Wire management is essential in your tight spaces when you're working in stuff like that, especially if you have your low real estate and stuff like that. The blades need to be carefully connected for it to work. Oh yeah.
I think he was talking about the cross guard builds you were doing.
Oh, I have not done any cross guard builds yet. I have not yet. I would need help on that big time. So yeah, he does. He still responds.
Chris put the bras in the dryer.
Yeah. So just to go back real quick, and then whenever I send your stuff, dude, I think I'm gonna do the same thing that I did for Titan. So, I got to get his box ready whenever I can. But whenever I'll send it whenever I can, dude. I'm not gonna get that out, and then I still need to give Mo his stuff too. Sucks when you're limited budget, man. It really does. But you got to do what you got.
Because my cat is taking up all my space. He's just under frame, but he's taking up all my desk space right now.
What, your cat?
Yes.
Damn it, KB! You gotta stop stroking your pussy. That is not offensive.
Oh, Bears. Oh.
My cat just walked away all offended.
Oh, Bears. Oh, shit. That was perfect timing.
Oh,
oh, that was perfect timing, dude. Perfect timing.
Oh, that was elite. And
that's gonna be the highlight. That's gonna be the highlight of the show right there. We're probably after that comment. We'll probably jump up to about 15 people right after that.
Oh my
myself even when I don't.
Oh hell, that is funny as hell. Oh, that was just, man, that was awesome, dude. May the fourth be with you, dude.
Oh god, that was perfect time.
Perfect.
We all needed that.
Oh, hey, and you see it here, folks, only on the Mundo Show. Don't go anywhere else for shit like this, because man, I'll tell you.
Only right here.
Right here, only on the Mundo Show.
Oh man.
All right, a little bit of a social lesson to everyone. When you
right, I'm about to take a puff of my
inhaler. You got to know all about timing.
It is.
And I would highly recommend erring on the side of caution if you ever want to try that again in public. But this is going to be good stand-up material. Be like, so I'm on a podcast with some friends, and one of our guest speakers, KB, he's saying, "Oh, my cat just keeps disconnecting me from the network, and I'm having a hard time." And I say to him, "Dude, you gotta stop stroking your pussy." Yes, it doesn't hit the hard the second time.
Yeah. Don't get the wrong idea, folks. Okay, you don't need to close your kids' ears because they don't know what they're talking about.
It's tongue-in-cheek humor, but it's very good when you know how to do it.
Just a little putty.
Oh my gosh! I thought putty cat. Oh my god!
Cat. Whoa! All right.
So
back on track. Scott.
I needed that.
Watching Mall Shadow Lord late tonight or waiting till tomorrow. I'm waiting.
I'm staying up.
I'm not waiting till midnight. I'm going to wake up, and then enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh,
staying up.
yeah,
because
no.
it's
I'm
gonna get
probably
muscle
gonna.
man.
I'm probably gonna watch it at midnight, dude, because I'm like, I
Girl,
stay up to
I have a
1:30 in the
strong feeling
morning.
we're gonna end in like an hour, maybe. I have a strong feeling, which
Yeah.
you know, if that's the case, ain't no point in going to sleep. I'm just gonna watch it as soon as it drops.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Afterworld's already
in
spoiling.
a couple weeks, I'm actually going to Nashville for Saber Strong. So this right here, this is going to be a
Ooh.
great. This is going to be a fun conversation, a fun joke.
Please tell me you taking video equipment. Please tell me you streaming it.
It will be. There will be streaming of it, so there will be that. So don't worry.
Okay, if they need any mods, let them know your boy is available.
Oh,
I was doing the commentary last year. I will do it again this year if needed.
Oh, wait, you did the commentary for Saber Strong?
Not officially, but I rebroadcasted it on my stream on Twitch, and we were doing commentary for it.
Yeah, just look it up on you. You have the YouTube channel for you know all Saber Legion and whatnot. They'll definitely be streaming it. The person who's in charge of it, Kat, she's the wife of the charter leader here in Chattanooga. Wait, you know who Kat is?
Yeah, I've talked to her in the Discord before.
Yeah, she'll cover it all. And I know that last year, I was the one who had the Sabers level on so high that the stream just had to be.
I remember down. I was watching specifically to see you.
That was me, and I
tuned in specifically to watch your matches. Then I found out that my other homie Zach Topping was competing in the same tournament. Didn't even know he was there. Yeah. So it was a double win for me.
Yeah,
I got to see Bears compete, and I got to see the Kata Jedi.
Yeah, well, I am looking forward to going at it again this year.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, wait. Well, when is it again? What's the date?
Weekend of the 22nd.
22nd. Okay. Cool. Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah.
Saber Legion, Saber Strong, Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yeah.
If you're local, come show some support. If you're on here on YouTube, please show some support.
Yeah.
If
for sure.
Ain't covering it, I definitely will be. I definitely will be
for sure.
Here on YouTube.
Yeah.
You talking about for tomorrow stuff or what?
For the Saber Legion thing.
The Saber Legion. Yeah, because I don't think we cover that stuff. At least not yet. I would have to talk to Anthony about that if we would cover that kind of stuff.
Well, I
feel
mean,
like it's necessary.
On Sunday is when we have the other major parts of the Saber matches, including exotics and women's tourneys and the women's.
Well, maybe what we could do is that when we do a show, we can dedicate some time for the Saber Legion news. How about that?
Yeah. Well, it would definitely be awesome if we could have, Bobby Zavala and other people.
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome if we can get Bobby.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Then maybe like every so often we'll get Bobby and you guys, and we'll do a Saber Legion show on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Right? If that's possible.
Hey, I don't mind.
So, I have a couple of Saber Legion friends I could also invite. They've been asking.
What do you guys in the chat? What do you guys think? Would y'all enjoy a Saber Legion podcast every so often? Like, every maybe 3 or 4 Sundays, and we do
once a month?
one. Yeah. Well, not at once maybe once a month.
Once a month or once every other month.
Yeah. Something like that. We'll figure it out, right? and what we can do is we'll get not only what the action is going on at that moment in time, but like who's got what hilt and who's fighting who, and what stats are going on is in terms of if anybody is like just starting out and then they're progressing to the next stage, or terms stuff like that, or maybe if they're thinking about joining the Saber Legion, then you guys can answer their questions on Saber Legion stuff, right?
I feel like that would be super necessary because a lot of what we talk about, especially in the install space, it crosses over into really everything that they do because it's.
Oh, really?
If you have an improperly installed weapon, you can't really compete with it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, if you're an installer and you do Saber Legion,
it is a different type of install. There's also a different type of install than what you would do for a collector.
Is it really?
A little bit, yeah. You need much stronger material for the chassis. Your wire management has to be pristine. Like no bleeding out extras, and especially now with them mostly using pixel blades. Yeah, you definitely got to have a clean install because it's armored combat, so they going at it. So, like, I guess the cheapest example would probably be the katana blade from LGT, the one that has the Suba, that you see all over TikTok and everywhere else for like under $100. That'd be your closest equivalent to what they're using now.
Oh, nice. 3H says he's off for the holiday tomorrow. I wish I could take off.
Saber Legion do? Oh, I'm intrigued.
Right?
I'm intrigued.
It even sounds badass.
Oh yeah.
The Saber Legion.
Right, because connections also have to be soldered more. Can't have any wires coming apart whatsoever. Like it's got to be.
Now here's
and that's really what I'm trying to do with my installs. That's the goal I have for mine. I want mine to look pretty enough for a collection, but be strong and robust to actually handle being used as it should be.
Wow.
So I got a lot that I still got to learn. Type of materials, different soldering techniques. What I'm doing is working so far, but I could be a lot better.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And then also, let's get a little bit off topic on that real quick. And there's something kind of fun to talk about too. Did you guys see the thing about the Borg? If the Borg were in fighting the Death Star?
What? The Borg versus the Death Star?
Yeah,
I didn't.
That was on Facebook. On Facebook.
Wait, what?
It was either on Facebook or Instagram.
Give me hit.
Or even Instagram, right? So who would win? Right? Because I think it was. Let me see.
If we're talking against the Death Star, I'm giving it to the Borg.
You're thinking the Borg. And why would it be the Borg?
Because although Palpatine and Vader would be assimilated, they would also take over the Borg hive mind. So it would end up being the Borg anyway. They would become the Borg.
You think so? Okay.
That's if
because
that's who's on the helm. That's if
and send it to me. I was thinking the same thing.
Even if they're not in the Death Star, it's immediate.
And then send that to me. And then send it to me this morning. And I was thinking to myself, and we were talking about the concept, and I was thinking to myself, like, if the Borg were so that superior intelligent in terms of getting them assimilated, they would wait for the tractor beam to bring them in and then go at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And assimilate everybody that way. But I don't know if Vader would actually submit, even though he's half machine already.
That's what I'm saying.
That using the Force to.
That's what I'm saying. They would bring them in the tractor beam. Yes.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm sorry, I'm lost here.
The Borg versus
the Borg.
From Star Trek Next Gen versus
the Borg versus the Death Star in terms of.
So yes, they would bring them in on the tractor beam.
Work because I mean, honestly, I'm just going to go with the Death Star just blows up the Borg cube.
They really could.
Now here's the thing. It could, if they already knew in universe what the Borg were about. If they already were aware of what they were about, they wouldn't take any chances. They'd just take the damn Death Star thing and like
it'd be on
boom.
site. Like as soon as we're within firing range, even a clear shot to a planet, it'd be on
exactly.
site. Exactly. That's you know, in the universe where they know about each other. Oh yeah. Hands down. Death Star.
Exactly.
But in a universe where they just now meet and they don't know nothing about each other, except for the Borg is on their assimilation program, the Borg would be walking into a trap that they didn't know there.
No tight spaces there.
Their own trap.
No tight spaces there.
Like everybody on the Death Star would be assimilated, yes, but you ain't fully assimilating Palpatine. He's taking over the Borg. He's becoming.
Oh, of course. The Force is strong with him. And thank you, and for sharing that with me earlier, man.
If Palpatine is becoming a Borg, he ain't letting his right hand Vader go down with him. Or without him.
That happens in fuck.
Yeah, like that's his general. Okay, Borg Vader would be way more OP than Vader is now.
Oh, Chris says in a few years I'll be moving down south. Still trying to figure out exactly where. Awesome! Down south, huh? I'm in the south.
Hey, look,
I'm
man,
down in South. I'm down in
Texas.
South Texas. I'm South Texas, guys.
I'm in
South
North Carolina.
Texas.
I'm
North Carolina. I want to go visit. I want to go visit the Carolinas. I really want to visit the Carolinas.
Bro, if you come out to Charlotte, please do it on a weekend and come to the Queen's Guard.
It has to be on a weekend. It definitely has to be on a weekend. I can't do it during the week.
So we meet every Sunday. Every Sunday.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to go do that. And I still want to go. And the wife and I have plans to go visit Tennessee as well. So Barris, you know, may get a chance to meet up with Barris one of these days.
Make a road trip and do a meetup.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Well, I still do want to have, like, later on down the road, have some guys come and stay with me at my ranch and do a show there at the ranch. Yeah. He's in the house.
I have never been to a ranch. I would actually love to.
Well,
I would love to check that off my bucket list.
I'll send you some pics of the back area of where my mom and I were. So
I'm assuming we're gonna have to do chores too, right?
Nah, I won't worry about doing any chores that weekend. I'll probably set it up on a weekend where, unless you want to. You can if you want. I ain't gonna say no. No. If you looked, I don't know if you saw on the Facebook where I put it. I was doing a pear burning, cactus burning. For my cattle, I was using a flamethrower to burn the needles off the cactus, so that the cattle can have a little extra treat on eating the cactus. So,
that's awesome. Yeah, I would love to help. I would love to help out.
There's plenty of work at the range.
I don't know why like acts of service get me excited now. It's weird. I'm middle-aged. I'm in mid-30s, and like the opportunity to actually do something for somebody else excites the hell out of me.
Hey, I'll feed you properly, dude. It'll be ribs and chicken and all kinds of.
I don't know what happened in my life, but I definitely grew up spoiled, and now I'm eager to serve.
All right, let's get back up on topic on tight spaces for wiring and doing lightsaber work.
Speaking of blades, making blades, especially combat ready ones, it's tight in there. The more LEDs you get,
it is.
Oof.
Ask Anthony. I mean, he just did. Oh my God, he just did a video where he's got 650 LEDs.
That the Pentastar he
A
had on the balloon.
Pentastar.
Mm-hmm.
Pentastar.
Oh,
Yep.
man. That man is.
He's gonna send me a box pretty soon. I don't know what it's gonna be, but
he
said he was gonna send me.
I hope
I love him to death.
I miss him.
Yeah, he says Reese is doing well, and Reese should be coming home next month, and so we should see Reese coming back real soon. I probably would have seen Reese, or maybe just missed him because I was gonna go to Disney in August.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can't because of my truck. But
yeah,
I would have loved to go to Disney and see Reese over there at Disney. So, I'm glad he's doing really well. Reese has really come into his own in terms of being Anthony's, protege in doing the blades, man. So Reese, here's to you, bro. May you come home, with everything that you've accomplished over there at Disney, and I look forward to seeing more blades from you, and I'll wish you all the success in everything that you work on from here and in the future, man. Again, in working in tight spaces. Now, aside from the body of the blades, the real estate in the blades. Again, it really is phenomenal how Anthony fits that many LEDs into a blade itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he's just a mad genius at doing that. On top of that, then you have the different bodies of the sabers that have the different diameters, inside diameters, outside diameters. Take all that into account and blade depth. Now, okay, let's get into blade depth a little bit, because you have like the Luke Skywalker, the thin neck systems. The thin neck systems are really a beast in itself, because you have that capacity, or no capacity really, because the real estate between the pins and the blade itself is not even less than 3/4 of an inch, or about 1/4 of an inch, if that, maybe even an eighth of an inch, right? So in doing the wires though, in doing your wiring, and having that little space between the thin neck system part. I mean, with something like this, right? This is a little bit bigger, but when you have something even smaller than this,
mm-hmm.
and you're putting the wires,
that looks like you could fit the PCB in that neck,
right? It looks
about that thick.
Now, here I'm going to show you all something that's kind of tripping me out a little bit too, right? Because I just ordered an LED for that.
I agree with Chris. He said I don't put blades in my thin necks. If I do, I use very light blades and don't swing them around. That's
you typically don't want to.
And why I don't do thin necks anymore. I like to actually use my hilts.
Right.
So break, I'm hurt. I'm
Same here.
That piece I lost. Let me see. What did I do with it? Okay.
Yeah, and then the board would lose either way. Either way, whether they get shot down from the Death Star beam or they get assimilated, they're not winning.
What did I do with it? Damn it! Oh my God, my brain is on. D. I got D brain right now. What did I do with it? Where's that second part? Oh, go figure. Let me see. Shit.
Wow, I need to clean up my lens. That should not look like that.
So, man, did I? Oh, here it is. Okay. So this piece that I was showing you all earlier, right there for the LED, right? I gotta put this 5mm from Saber Bay in there. I don't know. Can you all see that?
Just barely, but that's a testament to how tiny it is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it.
So
Definitely need
I mean,
hands for that.
like, damn. I mean, it really is tiny, and I'm thinking, like, but I hope it don't fall out. Oh, I knew I was gonna do that. Oh, I knew it was gonna pop off eventually like that and go flying somewhere, and and I'm not gonna be able to find it during the rest of the show. Okay, luckily I bought 4 of those, right? So let me try to get this other one, and hopefully it won't go fly. But look at that right there.
I would
There we go.
definitely hate
So the
to.
pins like that. So I gotta wire that, right? I gotta wire that stuff. I gotta wire that, and then put that in this piece right here. This piece in here. So, and then I need to make a cover for it. I'll probably, what I'll do is I'll hot glue that to cover the top of the LED, so that if it is indeed bright, and I don't know how bright they are because I don't have a way to test those, but to have that amount of tightness in here, right? That small space to really wire those up, set it in here, glue that, have that clear glue type up here so that I can kind of diffuse the LED. I won't know until I wire it up and put power to it on exactly how bright it could be. But once I do, again, it's a very tight space. It's a very tight space to put that in there and to run the wires to the point where they're going to stick, where I can run them here to the board, right? Because the board's going to sit right here up on top. And then kind of figure out where everything's going to go. But for now, it's going to take a lot of ingenuity to really get that tight space and do it properly. In terms of the wiring of that is not going to be that much of a problem. It's just I'm going to have to really get a really good close up of the pads so that I really don't mess up on doing the soldering of those pads and getting the wires just right, because that 30 gauge is going to be very delicate in terms of that kind of wiring. Now, again, when you're dealing such tight spaces in such small things, you have to take heed again, and I'm going to go back to this for those who just joined us and who's kind of left and will watch this later. In engaging your wires, most of the time you're really not going to need anything else but 30 gauge wires for your buttons, for other applications, and your 22 gauges are just going to be for your power. Everything else can go between your 24, your 26, your 28, and your 30. Now, if you're really running tight in your chassis type stuff, again, I'll show you here. Like, I'm running 26 gauge. There's a 22 gauge and there's a 26 gauge that I'm running in the chassis. The 26 gauge is for the speaker. So this is the Roy Boys chassis part right here, right? And in that canal, you see that canal right here. I got it glued in there so that none of those wires will come and stick up during the time that I put batteries and stuff in here. In there, I have the 22 gauge wire going to back here and running up to the front, right? And then you have I have the 22 gauge positive wire right up here, sticking out right here.
It looks so clean.
And so the purple is a 26 gauge. Excuse me, a 24 gauge, I think it is, for the speakers, right? So again, if you look in there, I glued it down, and I wanted to make sure that it was going to stay down and not be up. And also the clear glue that I put on here, which is basically your E6000, that layer of E6000 that is covering all the wires will help ensure that there's no wires sticking up on many of those jackets either, right? So I did cover myself that way. And then of course after doing all that, I sand everything. I sand the chassis back so that I have no problems having it just slipping in and out of the body. And there you go. For that'll be the back half of that chassis is set to go now. So all the wiring for that is done. And now this half of it will be the most challenging part to get done. And so my next part of Roy Boy will be these LEDs to set in. Since I just got them on Saturday, I was really waiting for them, and I was hoping that I had a second set, but I didn't have another second set. So when I ordered 4, in case I screw up 1 or 2, I had 2 more to back it up with. So again, in getting those small spaces in small products like that too, you really have to be really careful on what you're doing, because again, with an LED like that, a 5mm LED, everybody's used to those little other LEDs with the legs, right? Those 5mm LEDs with the legs, and then you can put your resistors on those. I don't much like those. I really don't much like those, simply because even if you put the proper resistance on them, they tend to kind of wear out fast. And I'll show you what I'm talking about, because I got a whole crap load of these. And these are RGB LEDs, and I've resisted these to their proper resistance and everything like that, but I still don't like these, right? Even though I'll use them, but I've noticed that they burn out very, very quickly, and and it could be just because of the company that I ordered them from. You know, I think I got these from either Wish or AliExpress or something like that, but still, these burn out very quickly. Even though I properly resisted them, they still burn out fairly quickly when I put I find that the only color in here that these work well with is the green and the red, and that's it. The blue and tends to burn out very quickly. The red burns out very fast too as well. And so even properly resisted, I'm like, yeah, they could just be defective too. I mean, I could be wrong, and they could just be defective. But again, you're looking at a very tight space with these as well, because
yeah,
you know, in here, I mean, they fit very well in these things. But again, like I said, I could push this down. I'd have to go up, but just for showing y'all that it does fit in here, I'm just showing this for purposes where it would go. And they fit very well, but I just do not enjoy using these. I would rather enjoy. I would rather use these type. Oh, man, I can't even pick it up. I would rather use these LEDs any day of the week, right? Any day of the week, I would prefer these type of NeoPixels over those LEDs any day, any day, any day. So I got those from Saber Bay. If anybody's interested, you can buy those micro pixels from Saber Bay. They're like $2, I think, a piece.
Shout out to Saberberry for
Right.
stocking a whole bunch of parts.
Yeah, they've got such a great deal, and I think I need to take some time and look at some of their chassis stuff that they have in there. I think they've got a whole page full of chassis.
Yeah, he's got a whole page dedicated to pre-made chassis and STL files.
Yeah. As does I think Solos and Tirfon, they both do too as well.
Mm-hmm.
They have that type of stuff. If you're looking for chassis to print and stuff like that, I think their price, I think for most part, is like $20 for their chassis, STLs.
What? What was better than movies? I missed something.
What T says, it was ridiculously better than movies and wild. They call them to use to make more. What? T, you got what are you talking about, T?
You're talking about the Borg?
Now, let's go to some. Okay, even though we're talking about tight spacing and everything, and it's not just the wiring itself or the real estate within the body. I mean, the real estate within the body has a lot to do with it, but your battery size as well, right?
Yeah.
Nobody really takes advantage of the battery size or consideration. Let me go back and correct myself. Is a lot of people don't take into consideration the battery size when they're doing something, because the standard is the 18650, right? Mm-hmm. And if you're thinking about doing a build and you want longer running times, you need a better battery, or
but
battery with more power.
Because you have the flat tops and the unprotected flat tops and the protected button tops. The button top
of course.
That's a little bit longer in your measurements, and you got to consider: are you using a spring side negative, or are you just using flat tabs?
Yeah, so there's some there's some considerations in there that you got to think about when you're doing batteries. And I'll give you a prime example of the battery that I got from China, and I Jim and I were talking about stuff like that, and we were talking about these batteries right here, and this is a flat top right here.
Mm-hmm.
I never really
that housing's chipped.
Yeah, and I didn't take into consideration that it was. I didn't think it was that flat. I really did not. When I looked at the website and I looked at it, I didn't think it was this flat. I thought it was just a little bit where it had a little bit of a bump to it, and I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong; these are like decent batteries, but they're not great batteries either. Don't and when they ship these to me, they're kind of funky, man, because even though they were pretty cheapy. I mean, they sent me like a flashlight that didn't. Yeah,
you got your unprotected cell, which is prone to get caught on the flat tabs, and you have all this nonsense happen on both sides. And then you have your protected cells. Because you have that little bump there, you are also saving your housing. See?
Mm-hmm.
And you have far less of a risk with this one than you do with the unprotected cell of it blowing up. sparking, catching fire. These things, yes, these are little vape batteries, but the unprotected cells are so volatile. This is why TXQ started using the protected cells now.
Yeah, and you have to be careful because when you really do something like that, I mean, you're literally creating a pipe bomb with an unprotected cell.
Why do I laugh at that? I shouldn't be laughing at that.
It's crazy, man. It is. It is. I mean, this 2650. Let me go back over here. This 26650 that I have right here is protected, but still, even though it's protected, I still ran the risk of basically directly soldering and wiring to it. And if you really do not know what to do, I mean, this is when I first started out. I mean, it's an ugly soldier joint, right? I mean, this was my very first attempt at doing this. I mean, it works, but at the same time, it's like, you know, if I need a backup battery, I'll utilize this. But I'm actually also thinking about taking off the wires of this thing and kind of cleaning it up, right? Simply because I can use it. But again, like I said, when I had that, when I was using it again, having it in here, and you can see the diameter as opposed when you compare it, that it's a very tight fit within the rib part itself. I mean, you could fit a 26 gauge strand in there, and that's about as much as you could fit in there with your wire from the battery, right? I mean, the 22 gauge, I had to go through 3 different companies before I found a thin enough wire, 22 gauge wire. And I think the one that I went with after all was the PowerWorks company. And the PowerWorks used the PTFE jacket for the 22 gauge. And the 22 gauge went through there significantly without a hitch. So to give you kind of an idea, I think I have just enough wire to pass through here, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing here. Hold on just a second. So here's the holder for the battery, right? And so if we not take these, don't take account to the wire that I have in here right now, but I'm going to basically take this wire right here, and I'm going to run it. Let me put the battery down. I'm going to run the battery, run the wire through here, and then I'm going to put the battery. And we're just going to pretend that I don't have wires on there, right? But you can actually see how much room and how tight that space is for when that battery was sitting in there. And of course I had to put tape and really tape it down so that that wouldn't be moving anywhere and it could fit inside the saber itself. But yeah, I mean, look how much room you actually really have in there with that 22 gauge wire running out of it. Now your 30 gauge would definitely fit really well through there. I mean, no problems, right? Because you have that little canal like that. Your 26, your 24 will fit phenomenally through there. But your 22s, they're going to fit there, but it's going to be a little snug and tight going through there. So, again, you can see that how much room you actually have in certain things that you were doing. And of course, again, like I said, that was back when the industry was just like super young and everybody was just starting out. Well, it was just getting going, basically, right? Did Chris say it? Oh, okay. Later, Chris. Have a good one, dude.
See ya.
Jesus. Let's see here. Got to catch up on all these. So again, with wire management and bodies, real estate on the inside of your hills, if you have, again, depending, and the type of chassis that you get too. Now, don't get me wrong, because chassis play a big deal in real estate on the inside of it. And if you get a chassis that you've printed out that's too big or too thick, you've got to do a lot of sanding to get it fit in there, right?
Especially the type of design, if you have greeblies and such.
Yeah. I mean, and you don't want to spend a whole lot of time sanding everything down and getting this and doing that. You want to be able to have something that you can actually just sand lightly and you're good to go, or print it out where you don't have to even do any sanding whatsoever. I mean, that's ideal, right? Ideal. And so, again, just depending on the type of build, the type of materials that you use, and even like even your speakers, right? Your speakers could be even loose or they can be tight within your chassis. Sometimes you have to sand in there or modify just slightly in order to fit your speaker into that chassis. And then if that speaker kind of widens up the chassis back a little bit, then you got to sand that all together so that you don't get stuck or it doesn't interfere with pulling the chassis or the body out of the chassis when you take it apart, right? Because then if it's too tight, it's going to mess everything up. You're liable to pull wires and stuff like that. So be mindful of that stuff. Your boards. Now, I would say doing very clean installs, and you're using very short wires to get in there to make your installs clean. That's another beast in itself. Is once you get everything else wired up and you're ready to put your wires onto the board, and then you have to make sure that even though you're getting your wires short enough, you want to leave everybody says you want to leave just enough wire for just a little bit of room. Don't cut them too short, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, I made that mistake a good couple of times.
Because then when it's too short, you're like, oh, damn, now I got to take it all apart, run another wire, run it long enough. Or if you can, maybe just add another little piece of wire to it, but then you run the risk of not having a really good install like that, where you just add to it. But it's better to do it. Yeah, shoddy connection. Exactly.
Yeah. Hold on one quick second. Just one quick second. Scott Carpenter, if you're watching this, just so you know, I'm trying to run a gag with you. It's from Shrek. They make you stink. No, I make you right. No. Oh, you mean that's like lead into the gag that I'm trying to do with you, man. Okay. Just
all right.
Lead the gag.
Dude, Scott is the gag master, dude. He makes all the money.
So basically, he posts this thing regarding, one of his newest creations, and he writes, lightsabers are like onions. So I decide to do the whole the thing from Shrek where it's like they stink. No, they make you cry. No. And then it's like, oh, you leave them out in the sun and they get all brown and they start sprouting really white hairs. And then he's supposed to go, no, layers.
Layers.
No, layers. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. You get it? We both have layers. He's supposed to fall into that, but no, he's just not into it.
I have to admit, Scott, he's got you on that one, dude. Poor Scott.
Damn.
Scott's the funny one too. Oh my God, where did the time go, man? Look at that, Jesus.
Yeah.
Almost 2 hours, and it felt like freaking like 5 minutes, dude. Wow.
I called it, didn't I?
Yeah, but see, when you have good people and you have good fun and you have good topics, man, I tell you, it goes by fast.
It's the side effect of surrounding yourself with good energy. Time becomes irrelevant.
That's exactly what it is, man. So I hope everybody has a great May 4th. I got to work, unfortunately, so my May 4th will stink until I get home.
Yeah, well,
you know, but I'll be watching stuff at work for May 4th, and I probably will try to wear a Star Wars. I'm going to wear a Star Wars shirt for tomorrow's work. Luckily, I have some shirts that that my wife bought, and that they're Star Wars collared shirts. So that's good.
Rich.
Hey, no worry. Rich is in the house.
All right.
Oh, he's gonna do the pigs. I was waiting for him to come on and go be live when he was all like, "I'm gonna be live out here, dude." I'm like, "All right, bring it on." No, I get it, Rich. It's not a problem, bro. No worries, man. I just wish I could have been out there with you, man. I really wish I could have been out there with you, dude. Yeah, we were supposed to go in August, and I really wish I could have gone and been out there with you, though, dude. It was like, that would have been nice. That would have been cool. We'd have had a good time. And but maybe we'll set up something where we can all get together and do it out there, dude. Because we'll set something up. Maybe we can all go and set a time where everybody can get together over there one of these years, right?
Yeah.
And it'll be good. We'll have a meetup over there at Fact 2 and get to the cantina, and we'll do an episode in the cantina for a very short period of time. You only get 45 minutes in there. You only have 45 minutes in there, so maybe I can talk to him and see if they'll let us do a little show right there and there.
Yeah.
A quick 45-minute live.
Yeah, a quick 45-minute live, and we'll get some of the staff to do some stuff too, and all that. It'll be cool. I'll see if I can set it up one of these days when we go. Chet's in the house. Hey, you guys keep the live going. I'm gonna be right back, and gotta go check on the wifey real quick.
Hey, so get this: Mystic Knights Armory has a sale for May the 4th going on. They're the ones that make those really cool custom blades.
Oh, the Lord of the Rings ones?
Yeah, but get this: their sale is 35% off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All Sabers got theirs going on right now. 30% off with a creator code. You can use mine, KB Pro. You get 30% off anything.
Wait, where?
All Sabers.
I get All Sabers is just a dropship site. I don't trust them.
They all are.
Well, yes, but however, unless they offer another particular product alongside with them, I don't trust them as a decent product. Like, for example, CC Sabers, I get. Rebel Sabers, I've met the owner. I understand them. Mystic Knights, they provide custom duelable swords, metalwork, fully on their own. Dark Sabers, Johnny was the original guy who helped start the whole thing here.
Mm-hmm.
But Neo Sabers, like I said, it's just a matter of
I have an affiliate code with Neo. I feel kind of scummy about it. I really just did it just to say I did it.
To buy from all Sabers.
I have. And I also talked to the owners.
Oh, okay. Look, it's just a matter of like experience when it comes to that. Like, for example, Hooked on Sabers, they're a dropship site, but they also make other products, and I met them before. Really nice guys. They do try and scalp price. They do try and sniff out the prices of other competitors at conventions, but I'm not going to beat them down that badly for it.
No. And I have my feelings about the affiliate stuff. I enjoy the perks. However, I feel like a lot of people get into it for the wrong reason.
I mean, I signed up to be an affiliate with Vader Sabers, and they gave me a 5% off code, but
me too.
It's not really going to give me much. I mean,
it's 5%. It's not very much of a discount at all. They're just taking sales tax.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that should be. I would say if you're in an affiliate program, you should get at least 15-20%.
Look, I'm not going to complain. It's just a side gig, basically.
But then again, I mean, most people. I mean, I like the fact that when you have a 20%, 25% off bit, that is a really. Sabers. Those are a good deal. You know what I mean?
They gave me a 20% code. It's 30% right now for all Sabers. They're drop shipping.
All Sabers?
Yeah. I'm sure you've seen their YouTube, all Star Wars fans.
I probably have. I just can't picture it right now. But
yeah, like not my kind of content, but they're out.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to.
So yeah, we're gonna get off topic a little bit in terms of the spacing bit, and we'll talk a little bit about the May 4th sales that are going on. So let's go ahead and get into that. And, even though that wasn't on the agenda, but I think it's appropriate anyway for tonight's show is to talk about some of these May 4th sales that are going on right now, and everybody. Has anywhere from 5%, 10%, 15%. So you see all these different percentages within the different companies. It really shows you what companies are willing to do to earn business for people, right? And of course, you got so many new people within the hobby that what do I do? Where do I go? But if you're looking into certain type of hilts, character hilts or whatever have you will, you have to understand that 5% is really not much of a discount. I mean,
it's really
regardless. I mean, you're pretty much paying full price. I mean, you pretty much are. I mean, people were like, "Oh, well, that's something better than nothing." Well, actually, no, it's really nothing. When you get up to the 15 and 20%, then okay, there you're getting a little something there. That's
but at bare minimum 10%.
Yeah,
bare minimum, and even that's not much. It's enough to count as a discount, but it ain't much.
Well, here's the thing. I actually found this out. So Dark Wolf finally added the new version of Maul's Shadow Lord hilt, the one with that one that takes 1-inch blades. So I did a price comparison between that one and the one that they have on Vader Sabers, and this is after applying the discount codes. Turns out I got a better deal from Vader Sabers because it was around like $440 something after the 20% discount and after it was already the price was brought down compared to Dark Wolf, which was like a couple, like 10%, and that brought it down to like $530 something.
Oh wow!
From what?
So you see,
From like the top being 650.
Ugh.
so it pays. So it pays.
It all depends on how. It all depends on different stores, and ultimately, I'm getting the same deal with every hilt, but I will choose. It's all about choosing which one works for you in the end.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody has a different budget, but again, do your homework and shop around. Don't just stick with somebody. One company. I mean, most companies are not going to.
Speaking of, can we actually touch on that real quick? Because
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of new people into the hobby confuse vendor for manufacturer.
Yeah,
yeah.
that has happened, and it is really annoying at times.
It's getting real bad. It's getting real bad how badly they're confusing vendor for manufacturers. Like, I have this theory saber. No, you have a TXQ from a TXQ vendor who marked up prices and gave you what is arguably an exclusive font pack. And that's about it.
Yeah, that's why I don't. That's why, I mean, that's why if you know your stuff, you can also go on the vendor's website. Well, that's why if you know your stuff, buying on the Facebook pages, you'll find the marketplace for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, do your homework. Don't just stick. Well, you think because like KB says that there's a big difference between a vendor and a manufacturer, because the manufacturer is the ones that build these things for
And the ones that do the whole machining and
for the ones that they're the ones that create. They're the ones that create the saber itself. The vendors are the ones that sell the hilts for the manufacturer, right? And the manufacturer.
I don't blame anybody for getting confused, because it's marketing.
It is. It's marketing. Yeah, absolutely, it is marketing, and that's what you have to pay attention to. And that's another reason why I do the show too, because we bring you information. If you don't know the difference, and you may or you may not know, and if you're just starting out and you have questions about stuff like that, that's why we love to do the show, because then we give you that information that you need in order to make a good informed buying of a good saber, right? I mean, and if you want a good quality saber, there's people out there that can actually make custom sabers or even saber parts. It'll be a little bit more extra money, but because you will have that quality control type stuff. And again, you need to use communication and keep in touch with that person so that you get what you're asking for on top of the quality, right? And communication is always the key. And again, doing your homework and searching out which people are manufacturers, which companies are vendors, so that you understand the difference within those two. So when you're ready to buy a saber, or if you're going to buy another saber, you make a very informed choice of what you're going after. Example, 89 Sabers is a manufacturer, but they're also a vendor, because what they do is when they manufacture their own hilts, they also sell their own hilts, and you can buy directly from that company, right? TXQ, I think, is a vendor, correct?
Because they are a manufacturer.
Oh, they are a manufacturer. Okay.
Yeah. But they are also a vendor as well.
But they're also a vendor.
On AliExpress.
Yeah. Only on AliExpress and Alibaba.
Okay. So see, I stand corrected with these guys. So again, they
here's where it gets muddy.
They know this area more than I do, because
here's where it gets muddy. GT and Nexus. Essentially the same thing, but only one of the names is active, and the LGT portion is Damien Sabers.
Yeah,
But
that company is confusing as hell. I just
it is, and it's unnecessarily so. Even Pat said it. Like they just stopped using the name. It was like, all right, whatever. We're here. We over here. Y'all can have that. he just did. Pat didn't have no more time for it. He's like, it's whatever. It's whatever. We're making Joy toys. Have the name. Who cares? You're still using our technology. We still using the same parts. And it's like, man, why not just consolidate? But yeah, Damien Sabers, LG2 Nexus, same thing. They're the exact same thing. Only Damien Sabers is a vendor.
Yeah.
And you will find their ads literally plastered all over TikTok, all over Instagram.
I got rid of my TikTok, man.
I never.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I got rid of it because I found I found out that TikTok is basically selling your information to people, other stuff, and I'm like, I'm not gonna deal with that. So I got rid of TikTok.
So is Google.
Yes, and you can get rid of Google too, but there's a way to do it. There's a gentleman on YouTube that does that, shows you how to do all that.
Shows you how to get rid of Google on the Google platform.
No, actually, get around Google.
No, I mean
you don't have to.
YouTube is a Google platform.
Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, that's the only thing that I think I have left from Google is the YouTube. Can't get rid of that, Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do the videos. But I gotta make money for Anthony.
Yeah. As far as the vendors and manufacturers, it's becoming a lot more streamlined because the boom of vendors that was like a year, maybe 2 years ago, has dwindled ever since the tariff increase.
No, of course.
Like most of them
because they can't keep up with everything.
Yeah, TCSS is pretty much shut down because of it. Like, everything's increased, so people can't buy much.
Yeah, well, I mean, TCSS, because of that, also, they quit the MHS system, but they're not going to quit everything completely. So don't think you can't buy stuff.
Temporary. I'm really hoping it's temporary. Like maybe they just need a year or two for a lull to get back together.
I think once certain things happen and things get corrected in terms of financial stuff with the economy, I think we'll see them come back if they decide to sell out. If they decide to sell off the MHS system, I hope they will be within the states, and if they're not, I mean, it'll be a little more expensive. I had plans for at least 20 type hilt designs that I was thinking of making and selling myself. And when I heard that TCSS was going to quit that, I'm all like, no, that ruined my plans.
That ruined my plans for making blades. I was going to order all my parts from them.
But my backup plan is going to be a little more expensive, and if I can, after I get done with my truck stuff and get back on track with everything else, after my kids get done with college, I may invest in a CNC machine myself and do my own. I would have to employ somebody who could do designing and stuff on like 360 Fusion, and employ them to come and work with me to invest in my business of selling the custom hilts and stuff. So I have at least 20 designs that I would like to build within the 8 MHS system, but if that doesn't happen, I would still employ somebody to, and I'm able to get a business loan and get a business myself going, then I would need a designer to help me, and we could do this together and produce some pretty badass looking hills. I think um, for what my brain is thinking, and then see how that goes. I want to see what you guys think about this. This is an HS, build in itself right here, right? Because it's the fluted with the low profile box one style. But what I did do was print out a Darth Vader um, shroud, so to speak. What do you guys think about this here? Right? Let me see here. What do you guys think? Of course, this is not going to stay this long. It's going to be shorter, but what do you guys think?
It's an interesting design choice.
What do y'all think? How is that designed? Of course, like I said, this will be all the way down, and I think if I do this, I'm going to I may decide to paint this part of the screw right here probably red. So I may paint this red, and then
you are doing a thumb screw for that part, right?
Yeah. So if you could see like that, what I will do is I will cut this down. I will straighten out the threads, and this will be all the way down here, and it will lock this in place right on here.
And then because this. Have a good night, man.
Hang on. Have a good night, in, dude. But yeah, if you can see, I've got a chassis in here that right now I just need the pins part of it that'll go in there.
I think Fire Sabers has a stock of thumb screws in different colors. I think Albert also might too.
Yeah. So you'll see the
that opening right there, is that the guide channel for your wires?
Yeah,
that little oval opening?
That's it.
Okay.
That's because the speaker will be right here, and then the wires go through there, and then here I'll put my own clamp card with the buttons on top again, like that with my own clamp card.
Is this one inspired by the episode 3 version of Vader's?
Actually, the story for this one here, actually, the way my story for this saber is, if you think about it, like many years later, right? And Vader's passed on, but you have some of these scavengers that go and looking for shit. Well, let's say you got a scavenger that went and looking for on Mustafar. Well, he ended up finding a buttload of these shrouds that Vader was just trying to figure out what he was putting on his saber. Yeah, and so he ended up coming and finding different little things around Mustafar, and then this thing comes about, right? So this is I would call this hilt the Mustafarian.
The Mustafar.
This would be this would be the Mustafarian.
I dig it.
Right? That would be the name of this saber. So that would be the backstory of this saber right here. And so that'll be another hilt to do. But see, I can also interchange it with this emitter too. I need to figure out how to I need to find another body for this emitter right here. MHS style body. If I can find somebody who's got a body, I can utilize that emitter.
It's been 11:30.
11:34.
Wow.
10:30.
10:34 here. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm gonna get back right here. Okay.
I fully called it. I knew we were going for another hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should just go ahead and call it a night, man. And hope everybody has a great May the 4th. Hopefully y'all won't have to work too hard or too long, and enjoy
Reese!
Reese! Dude, Reese in the house!
You come on,
Reese in the house!
Wrap up, man. Come on.
My God, no, dude! You just lit it up, man. You just lit up the show right now,
I was
bro.
about to say Saber's up for the 4th, but Saber's up for Reese.
Hold on, I'm gonna go grab my saber real quick. Dude.
How the hell are you, man?
We were talking about you earlier. I don't know if you were listening to us earlier in the show, bro. But man, yeah, dude, I can't wait till you get back home, bro. Right? That's just where's my twins? Where is the other battery?
Haven't been off this early in a while.
Let me see. Just got off with work. Haven't been off this early in a while. Yeah, Reese, I bet they've got you working what? You're probably working what, 12-hour shifts, maybe even more. Hope not 16, bro. I've done 16-hour shifts for almost 50, for 12 years plus. So if you're doing that shit, I mean, I commend you, bro. I really do. Where is my other battery? My goodness. 6 to 8 hour shifts, but usually at night. Oh, well, that's good at least.
Yeah.
That's good, man. I guarantee you, man, doing a 12 to 16-hour shift is brutal, bro. It really is. I don't remember. Like, it's very rare. It's very rare that I work an 8-hour shift. Most of the time, I'm even 11 or 12 hours shifts.
Bro got tomorrow off.
Tomorrow, so I'm spending the day in the park celebrating for dude. And Reese, my family and we were gonna go to Disney over there in Florida, dude, in August. But my truck broke down and I have to get a new engine for it. And so it threw a curveball in there, dude. I was so hoping that I was gonna say, dude, I get to go see Reese over there. Well, like, I get to go see Reese. I was so happy, right? And I wasn't even gonna tell my family that you were over there. And because I was gonna introduce you to my family and stuff, my brother-in-law and everything. It's cool, man.
I totally forgot I could join in on this.
But you're gonna be home before I even get to go over there. Maybe what we can do is in the future we all go together and you can essentially help me around the park and stuff, right? All that good stuff.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. I totally forgot I could join in.
It's all right.
Oh yeah. Good. Hold on just a minute, dear. Let me get you. There we go. Did I get you in there? Are you in there? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Man, looking good, man. Looking good, dude.
Thank you. It's been a while.
Has it been fun for you?
Oh, it's been amazing. I've been loving it. I've been working a lot, and it's just been an amazing time.
So proud of you too, dude. So proud of you.
We're
number one in Disney, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
You show them what the hell, man. You show them your blades too, man. Like
I'll be showing them tomorrow. I'm getting them already. I got the Graphics here from Vader's Vault.
Oh,
then,
yeah.
My Yoda, I've been charging them up all day so I could bring them in tomorrow.
Nice,
Nice.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
we were talking about you earlier, man. I was like, because I was telling him about how you're Anthony's protege in the blades, and then when you made me, the Pentastar, and
yeah,
I absolutely love it, dude. I think right now, I don't know if it's my board that's kind of making it a little wonky or not, but I'm gonna try it with the GH4 and see if it's working properly with the GH4. But we'll
okay.
see how that goes. And but dude, I just love it, man, because like I'll turn it on every chance I get. I'll turn it on every chance I get, dude. I am so grateful that you did that for me. I love it so much, dude. I really
Yeah,
do.
that was a fun blade
But
to make.
the quality of work that you do too is just unfathomable that you've learned that much from Anthony. And
He was a
Anthony's
great
such a
teacher.
great he's a great teacher, right? I
Yeah,
mean, and some of the videos, if people want to learn from Anthony as well, he's put out some great videos on blades and
yeah,
tri-stars. And
yeah.
so again, I mean, I can't thank you guys enough for doing what y'all do. Um, what our topic tonight was working in tight spaces, right? Uh,
Mm,
and doing the blades that you guys do with that many LEDs doesn't leave a whole lot of room for stuff.
no, no. I mean, with the Pentastars, that the core of it is so big that like it barely fits inside of the blade itself, like in a tube.
Hmm.
Anthony and I came up with different ways of how to make it. So the version that I gave you was Anthony's creation. We took like his
Hmm.
foam wrap and wrapped it around. That version
Hmm.
made it lighter, but you can see the corn cobbing a little bit more.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
there was a version I came up with, which is a lot more difficult, and it requires like really tight spaces. So I used the same shrink wrap that I use on like the quad stars, the dual stars, and tri stars. I still use that heat shrink on there,
Hmm.
but it's so tough to get on that I have to cut it in different pieces because it's so tight. And then
Hmm.
I found this special foam tube that has a little bit of a larger opening to it, and you kind of have to like work it on, use some like baby powder and stuff, just so it has less friction.
Wow. No
And
kidding.
you doing that way, it created a smoother blade. It's not as bright as the one that like I gave you, but it's way
Hmm.
smoother and like the colors pop. It's like
Yeah.
crazy. So like when I was still doing this stuff over the summer, we would like individually contact the people who ordered the Pentastar and ask them what version they wanted.
Hmm.
And if they wanted like that smoother look, we would do it for them, but it would take a lot longer than like the way we gave you. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, like it was the tolerance was there was like almost zero tolerance. Like it was like everything was packed together in those Pentastars. It was
Hmm.
crazy.
Well, Anthony has some stuff for you that I sent him. Also, I
Yeah,
don't know if he
he showed
told you.
me. I think he showed me a few photos of things that you made. Those look amazing.
Yeah, you got
That's
one of these. It's not painted, but you can paint it however you want. But
yeah,
um, I think I gave you a different style than this. But I gave you one of these for holding your drinks and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah,
Hey
And
Mundo, I gotta cut out.
he told me you made that, and he was gonna ship it down here, but
mhm.
I told him to hold off, and I'll get it when I go home because I
Yeah,
didn't
I,
want
I,
to like
I want to make you all some other stuff too, but it'll take a little while to do it and stuff.
yeah.
Hey Mundo,
I'll
I've
be
got to cut out. I've got to get up tomorrow.
Okay, Barris, have a good night, man.
nice to
Thanks.
see you,
Reach.
Bears.
Nice to see you too. Talk to you guys later. Have a good
Yep.
week.
Have a good
Later,
one.
man. Oh, dude. I mean, it's having. I am so honored that you made that blade, dude. I really am so honored.
Yeah.
Um, dude, because anything that I get saber wise, it's such an honor. And Anthony's fixing to send me a box, and I'm not sure what it is, but I know that it's anything that he sends me, and I can't wait for the graphics when he finishes it up
Yeah.
to
Hopefully
to send me.
this summer.
Yeah, because it's it's gonna go right behind me, right here in
Okay.
there, and I'm gonna have LEDs displaying it, and I guarantee you, I am gonna show it off in the show. I
Yeah.
promise you, I will show it off the show because I have to show it off. Not only that he made it, you're a part of it, and JAD is a part of it, right?
Yeah.
So,
And he's doing amazing
know,
work on that, from what I've seen and heard.
oh,
So
oh my God, dude,
he's a
yeah.
true master at making those chassis.
He is.
Yeah.
And it's so unfortunate that life happens, and I understand that things happen, and that's why it's taken so long. But
Yeah.
again, for me, I'm not worried about it because I implicitly trust Anthony, and I implicitly trust JAD and you guys and you. So I mean, I love you guys so much.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, like I've invited KB, and of course I've always invited you guys. Whenever y'all are ready to come out to my ranch, we'll stay the weekend there and have
Yeah.
barbecue and have saber fun. Bring your sabers, dude, because at night under the stars and light them up, dude. Poof,
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
dude. I mean, I'm telling you, it's a whole nother feeling.
I'm hoping one day I could get down there. I got more time now since I'm with school, so
Yeah, we'll make it happen, bro. I mean, my daughter, one of my daughters, I think she's got one more year left in college,
okay.
and my youngest, she just started out. She's a freshman, but
Got
she'll in 4 years she'll graduate and get that done. But
yeah.
that's where daddy's money's going right now.
That's a lot
Darth
of money.
Trevin.
Yeah.
BK, KB,
Yeah, that's the homie.
Welcome.
What up, my boy?
I haven't, and we've been doing pretty well with the show, man, and it's so funny because the other show that we did, what was it, a couple of weeks ago? Everybody was hearing such a horrendous noise on it, right? And I couldn't hear it on my end, but everybody was having problems listening to it in terms of on the show. And what ended up happening was there was interference between my phone, the laptop, and my earbuds. And because my when I had my phone, for some reason it was trying to connect with the laptop, and that was making some weird noises. I got on with Mo after the show, and I actually ended up hearing what everybody else was hearing, right? And it threw a lot of people up, but that show ended up with close to 200 views, bro.
Oh,
200, almost 200 views, like 187 or 186, something like that, right?
Pretty good.
and I'm all like, I never get 200, I never get that many views. I mean, it's usually 60, 70 views, right? There's very few views very few times where I get about over 100, but I'm hoping that as more guests come on, I'll get better views, throughout the time. And
I'm seeing it, 225 views.
125?
225.
What? It went up?
Yeah.
225 now?
That's what it's saying on the back end.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is awesome. And that was the worst show that I've actually done, that I think.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's pretty good.
Wow. And that's because Mo showed his saber off on there too. And I think a lot of people wanted to see his stuff because Mo's been coming on the show quite a bit as well. today he was traveling, so he couldn't be on the show with us. And so again, when I finish working on Roy Boy again, right?
Mhm.
Because Roy Boy's out of commission right now, and I got to get that fixed up. But as soon as I fix him up and get him running, that we'll get Rob Petcow on the show. So
Nice.
Mad Cow, and
Okay.
and so that looking forward to that. I guarantee you, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a lot of views on that one, right?
That would be
And
cool.
if I can get Shamim on, that would be another
That would be
badass,
awesome.
show. Yeah,
Okay.
even if it's just a short period of time. So I'm gonna continue to work on getting these guys on here, and upcoming font makers as well. We had I don't know if you're familiar with Lord Remakin from. He's been doing a lot of stuff for Mountain Sabers for James. We had him
Okay.
on, and he learned from crystalfocus.net
Oh, okay.
and Kristen, right?
Mm-hmm.
He learned from Tran, and he's his protege, and we had him on, and man, I tell you, just doing stuff like that, I'm trying to elevate the show, and been pretty consistent. Where most of the time through at least an hour and a half, we've got 10 to 15 people in the chat or watching. So not
That's
bad.
pretty good.
Not bad. So being consistent like that, it really is. And I do have to thank Anthony for allowing me to do the show the way I do, because
Yeah.
it's his channel. It's
Yeah.
his channel.
I know he loves that you're on here every week. He loves that. I know he can't
So
really make it half of the times, but like he really loves that you do this every single week.
no, and I love doing it for him, and I'm so honored that he trusts me to do it, because,
Yeah.
but and then I always say, this show is not successful without KB, Barris, James, Chris, all my co-pilots, that have come on, all the guests that have come on, all the people that have come on into the chat.
Mm-hmm.
They are what make the show. You, as well as you make the show. Me, I'm just the host, but the vessel for Anthony, and all of us together is what makes the show. Not me, not Anthony, not just one person. Everybody, and including the people in the chat.
Yeah.
That everybody deserves a spot on here. And I always invite anybody who's in the chat, if they want to come on to the show, that's what it's going to be about, because I invite people who want to come on, even if they don't even know they don't know what they're talking about. Come on to the show. As long as you like sabers and we're going to talk about sabers,
Mm-hmm.
we can do that. And that's what it's about. Just talking
Yeah.
about the sabers.
It's the love of sabers. Yeah. It's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And don't forget, I still put Odes, and I still talk about Harris. I cannot leave him and Gabe out. As a matter of fact, I started telling Gabe now he is the Jammin' Jedi now, because of his music.
Yeah, his music. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you talk to Gabe, you tell him, "Hey, how you doing, Jammin' Jedi?" He'll know where that's from. He'll know where that's from. He knows Mundo telling him that. And you just watch. Eventually, he's going to get 1 million views, dude. I guarantee you, dude. The ways.
Yeah, he's a great dude. And
he's putting in the work. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's putting in the work in. He's going to get there. He's going to get there. And then again, man, I'm so glad you made it to the show, dude. I am so glad you made it to the show.
I got a notification about it, and I forgot that it was a Sunday night. And I'm like, let me hop in and talk to you guys. It's been a while. A lot of things have happened recently.
Oh, I bet. Are you working on Sunday nights or not? Or are you?
I work almost every night. I get around 2 days off a week, but it varies when I get off.
It varies.
This 3 days off because I'm off tomorrow and then the next 2 days. So tomorrow I'm gonna be spending my entire day in the Star Wars area, Galaxy's Edge. I'm gonna be there for the light up at nighttime when everybody turns on their lightsabers in front of the Millennium Falcon. I'll be there for
Rich is
that.
over there right now. Yeah,
Oh,
Rich Sangelo. He's over there right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I might see him.
you might see him, dude. He's over there right now, and I don't know when he's gonna leave, but I know he's over there. He was gonna come on and be live at night over there, but you know he's headed out again to the park right now. But he's been pretty busy, and I don't blame him for not coming onto the show like that, because you know over there, I mean, there's so much to do and so much to see and all of that stuff. You know,
There's a lot.
I can't wait till I go, man. You know, like I said, I was supposed to go in August, but now it comes to the point where I got to get my truck fixed up and then worry about getting a new truck. So that takes precedence.
It's always going to be there, and it's always going to be amazing. It's a great place. I mean, I remember the first time I walked into Galaxy's Edge, and my mind was like blown away. Because my entire life, I'm like, I wanted to be in Star Wars, and you walk into that place, you see the Millennium Falcon for the first time. It's insane. It's beautiful.
Oh, I bet. Oh my God, I can't wait. Like you'd be like,
yeah,
your jaw just drop.
It's just this huge chunk of metal, and it's like straight out of the movie. It's amazing, and I got to walk up. I got to touch it one day, and they don't usually allow everybody to do that, but I got like a behind the scenes thing. I got to touch the Millennium Falcon. I was in heaven. It was awesome.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I bet, man.
The amount of things I've gotten to do down here, really cool. I've got to meet some really cool people. I got to meet Mike Star, what's his name? Mike Starkiller. Is that his name?
Oh, really? Yeah.
I got to meet him.
Oh, nice. I would want to. I'm trying to get him on the show if eventually, but he hasn't responded back.
With him for the summer. I got something playing with him for the summer. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Ask him if he'd love to be on the show when you do, man.
Yeah, I'll let you know. But yeah, I got people at Vader's Vault. We talked about this hilt. They're really nice guys. And I got to meet Star Wars Theory.
Really? Cool. Yep. He's another one I'd love to get on the show.
I saw him at MegaCon down here in Orlando. And I had a nice talk with him.
I'll catch you later.
All right, later, KB. Have a good night, dude. Yeah, I mean, if you see right here, I'm working on and Anthony's gonna laugh when he sees this shit, but I'm working on a Prism 5.1 right here for a practice board, just for a testing board. He's got one too, I think. I think he's got one too, but
I think one of our testers is a Prism.
Yeah,
and we got some Prisms that are not in anything right now in one of the drawers. So.
Yeah, I'm using the one that I've got right here for just a tester board. I do have a second one because Megtooth said send it to me.
Okay.
And I'll probably put that one in a different one, a different hilt later on down the road. I hope that one of these days, and I don't know if you guys still have any pieces from the custom saber shop, but that design that I had sent you to build for yourself.
Yeah. I forgot it. Yeah. I remember you sent me that. We got some pieces from the custom saber shop, but it's not much.
Not much. Yeah.
I mean, we can make probably a couple lightsabers from it. I don't remember exactly what we have. We got a couple of drawers full of parts in the workshop, so yeah. When I go back,
you may have some good design type pieces. I guarantee you probably do. I had I hadn't been able to. Well, what I was trying to do, and I had it for a long time on there, and then before they even decided not to do any more parts, but was the that emitter part that was kind of like a big old square part with the looks like the little upside down triangles. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that piece I was looking for. So like, I was hoping that I could be. As soon as I tried to order it, not in stock. Months
Oh,
go by, not in stock. Months go by. I'm all like, oh, they're not making it anymore. I even put the email. Email me when you have it in stock. And then
yeah.
a couple of months later after that, oh, we're not doing those anymore. We're not making the MHS parts anymore. I'm like, oh, you had to do that. No, but it's
Wow.
all cool, man. I'm hoping that when somebody buys the MHS system, I'm hoping they'll be here in the States, whoever he sells it to, if he
Yeah.
does, and that way it won't be too expensive to make those. But I've got like 20 or 30 hilt designs in my brain, dude, that
Wow.
I need to get out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm gonna go nuts, man. I'm gonna
It's
go
May
nuts.
4th over here now. Happy May 4th. You still got an
Right?
hour. It's
I
May
still
4th
got an hour.
tomorrow.
Oh, well, happy May 4th, bro. Look, I
Let's
even got
go.
the May the 4th be with you shirt.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of May 4th merch coming out today, and I will be spending my money buying that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know, I'm saving some money up, and I'm gonna start buying some white and blue PLA plus pretty
Mhm.
soon. I decided I do want to make a full size R2D2.
Ooh, that'll be
I,
awesome. Hey,
I,
how
I'm,
you doing?
yeah. I mean, I've got the printer for it, right, for the parts.
Hmm.
So I need to get the files and get the files for it and start printing out parts.
Yeah.
Because from what I understand, it's going to take about 5 years to get it done because of all the sanding and prepping and everything you got to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, and you can use what do you call it? PlayStation remotes for it. But I also have a remote control airplane uh, remote that I
Yeah, you
have
can really use that.
that I'm going to actually use that because it's actually a helicopter remote, but the helicopter I haven't used in years, so I'm gonna go ahead and you do that, right? About
Yeah.
worth it? Seen Presto? What's that, buddy?
Yeah, 5 years is wild, but I mean, the printing times that takes a long, long time. Um,
Yeah,
and I don't know how big your 3D printer is, but if depending on the size of
Sin.
the 3D printer, you're gonna have to probably chop it up a little bit more.
Oh yeah,
And
oh I am. I've
yeah,
got the Centauri car. I got the Centauri Carbon. It's pretty cheap.
okay, yeah, that's a good one. I'm
Yeah,
planning
and
on.
it works pretty damn good, man. I guarantee you, it works pretty damn good. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to send you guys. I mean, these are some free chassis that I printed out from Wicked Sin Sabers, right? But I'm gonna send Chris a couple. But I mean, check this out, man.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Look at that.
We can
So
definitely chassis.
yeah.
So
So
uh,
I'm gonna send you guys some of these that I printed out, right?
what's the battery size for that one?
This one I think
Is that eighteen
I
six
would
fifty or
say no, I think this one's a 21700 right here.
21,700? Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And then you'll have to use the pins that go in there. You
yeah.
can see that,
Okay.
right?
Ooh, nice. Presto, unfortunately, not this year. With everything that has been going on in like the past few months, I've been away. I've been working at Disney since September, and I haven't had any time to get stuff done. Space Window has been pretty busy to get doing stuff. So unfortunately, this year
Yeah,
nothing.
this
But
year's a
next year,
little, yeah, this year's a little tight for everybody right now, Bristow.
yeah, next year
Um,
we'll hopefully have something.
I I really wish, yeah, I really wish I that I could do that for people right now, but my budget, dude, is
Yeah,
when you got three kids in college and all my money goes to my kids, man, nothing for myself. I would be sending out stuff for people, and but unfortunately, it's not the case at the moment.
thank you,
Um,
Presto.
yeah, and normally I would do the giveaways for them, right?
Mhm.
Because when they get busy, I can do giveaways for them, and Anthony has always said that I could do that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I don't have the funds to send things out at the moment. So um,
hopefully
when
soon. Like I'm gonna, I'm going back in a month. Like my last day here at Disney is a month from today, actually, June 4th,
Mhm.
and so I'll be working over the summer. Hopefully, we can start making stuff again, and then hopefully we can send you things to give away.
Yeah,
No, I'm
definitely
not
for
at
sure, man.
ILM. I'm working at Disney World. I'm in Hollywood Studios at the front of the park. I do merchandise there. Um, so I'm in the park with all the Star Wars stuff, but I'm not in the Star Wars area,
Mhm.
unfortunately. It's been a lot of
Almost.
fun. I met some great people down here. I was telling Mundo earlier that I got to meet Mike Star Walker, and I got to meet Star Wars Theory as well. Really nice guys. Had some good talks with them. And actually, I'm gonna say this now. We have some things planned in the summer.
Hmm.
It's gonna be pretty cool. What we're gonna do. Anthony and I were talking about it. You guys will see a video about it because it's gonna be something special. It's gonna be something special.
And Presto, dude, thank you for showing up in the chat, man. Really appreciate it because you're a big part of the show too. Because like I was saying earlier, that everybody in the chat really makes this show special, dude. Because even if you're in the chat for a short period of time or whatever, have you will. I mean, it's an honor
Uh-huh.
to have you guys in here, right? And again, when Anthony can't do a whole lot of stuff because he's so busy with a lot of things, that's why I do the show to help him out, and I really do my best to make Anthony proud and everybody here, you know, uh, have it fun too. Because again, the whole point of the show is like we're sitting down at a table talking about this stuff and having fun. So,
Presto, we don't have really any cons planned. But I probably will be at New York Comic Con this fall.
oh wow,
And I'm planning on coming back down here to Orlando in the spring of next year and going to MegaCon. So if you're either in those two areas, feel free to reach out and yeah, we could meet up and
nice,
stuff. That'd be really cool. I mean, I was at MegaCon
nice.
in March. It was my first con I ever went to. That's where I met Mike Starwalker and Star Wars Theory. I met them there. They're really awesome people. I met a lot of great people there. So yeah. One day we hope to get a booth in a con. That's gonna be one of
That
our
would
goals.
be that would be freaking awesome, man.
Yeah,
Oh man,
it
that
would
would be
be
freaking
amazing.
awesome.
I
I'd have
mean,
to do I'd have to do a show where you guys are at the con like that and
yeah, it would
have
be
you all
really
at the
cool.
table and do it, right?
San Diego. If I could get out there, that'd be really cool.
That would.
But I'm not sure. That's the biggest one, I
Well, I'm
think.
gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and call it a night because
Yeah,
the
I
wife's
mean,
like,
I gotta
"Hey, I
wake up
gotta go to
early.
night night." So again, thank you guys for showing up in the again in the chat and Reese. Such an honor to have you, bro. Man, I miss you.
Honored
I
to
miss
be
the hell
here.
out of you. I
Honored,
miss the
yeah.
hell out of you.
The one thing I miss the most is these lightsabers. I love
Yeah.
them, and every single day that I'm down here, I'm just thinking about making them. So I'm glad to be
I
coming back.
bet.
Back in a month, so it's gonna be a good
Awesome.
time.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe to Civilized Sabers right here, civilized-sabers.com. And, you know, you can always hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at Mundo Cabrera the third, right? And Instagram, it's at Mundo Cabrera 7007. You can catch the show not only here on YouTube, but you can also catch it on YouTube on the Mundo channel. And also now I put where you can watch it on my Facebook as well. And so those are avenues that you can watch the show from there. Also, like and subscribe to KB and Barris, and also you know, Rich Sangillo. He's amazing for anybody who wants chassis done. He makes amazing chassis. He's over there at Star Wars Disney right now and having a lot of fun. Also, gosh, there's just Anthony Lagapa for, you know, Civilized Sabers. He creates the brightest blades on the planet, and his protege Reese right here with me. And I'm telling you, everybody have a great May the 4th, and may the force be with you guys.
And for you guys,
And peace out. Have a great week.
have a wonderful night, everyone.